Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a Pick a Card. Today we're going to ask Spirit for our no contact, low communication connections. What is our person's current feelings? Where is this connection headed? Are they coming back? What are they thinking and feeling? Anything that is going on in this connection while we are in a no contact situation. So we have three choices today. We have Group A, secrets, Group B, romance, and Group C, risks. So take a moment, take a deep breath, pick which card you are drawn to, and I will put the timestamps below. If you picked Group A, secrets, in this beautiful mask, you're wondering what is going on behind this mask. You want to know, what are their hidden feelings? What are they keeping from you? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? All of those things. So let's get some cards on this table today. Spirit, if you could please share with me this no contact situation. We have lots of love messages. We're going to get some messages from our person today too. Spirit, what is going on in this connection? I have spying. Okay. They may be watching you from afar. They may be wondering what you're doing, who you're talking to. A sense of incompatibility, the sense of hot, intensity, heat. I don't understand why this is such a combustible connection. Maybe there's a lot of passion here we just can't handle. And then extremities, extreme heat. Yeah. So we may have a hostile energy where we argue, we have a tendency to blow off steam, we blow off steam and walk away. So what is going on behind that mask? Like, why is it so combustible? Like, what is causing all of this kind of heated energy? Could be a twin flame connection. Check out my channel for twin flame readings. Could be a twin flame connection, but let's see where we're headed. Spirit, what do you want for this connection? I have a Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands, King of Swords, and a Knight of Pentacles. So a little bit of a feeling of them guarding themselves, this feeling of they want to be in charge of their own future. They want to make decisions about where they're going, you know, who they're going to be with, what the timeline is going to be. They do want to take back control. There's some kind of either I feel like I'm being pulled in a direction that I didn't want to go, whether it was a formal commitment or wanting to take things to the next level, like buying a home or living together, something like that. So I do feel like they backed off, and I do feel like they just wanted to take back some of their own power, is how it's coming into me. So let's see where we're headed. A Queen of Swords, the Empress, and a King of Pentacles. So they do see you as somebody that is their equal. And maybe that's where we were butting heads. Maybe that's where it becomes hostile at times. They also see you as their Empress, nurturing, loving, caring, in some cases, even a future mother of a child or a mother of a child. And then that King of Pentacles, I feel like I needed to take care of you, and I wanted to take care of you, but I wanted to take care of myself first. So I feel a little bit of backing off from giving you everything that you wanted to taking back, I guess, a little bit of a selfish feeling of, I want to make sure I'm getting everything that I want. Spirit, what are their feelings? What are their emotions? Lies. I can't seem to do what's right. So little bit of a feeling of, I've been hiding something from you behind that mask. Maybe they were keeping something. The truth always comes out, Spirit just said. So maybe we found out something that they were keeping from us, which was very upsetting. Compassion. Thank you for caring when no one else did. So even if their behavior wasn't what you wanted it to be, you still cared about them. You forgave them, Spirit said. You let them back into your heart over and over again. And they know that. They know that you keep caring for them when no one else will. I don't know how to fix the pain in my heart. I feel broken. So right now, without you, they do feel crushed, literally crushed. And maybe you're not expecting to hear that. Maybe they're putting up a front saying, I'm doing fine without you. Look at me. But they literally are crushed inside. And then there's a burning rage inside of me, and there's the anger. So there's some anger in this person for some reason, and they don't know where to funnel it. They don't know. It could be, something from their past. It could be some old wounds. It could be they're not happy with another area of their life, and they take it out on this connection. But it is this feeling of they can't control their emotions. So maybe they're backing off to try to calm down, cool off, realizing that they are crushed, realizing that their feelings are truly hurt. Spirit, what do you want for us? An 8 of Pentacles. I have a 6 of Swords. I have a 3 of Cups. And I have a 2 of Swords. So a little bit of trying to make a decision to be happy again. The sense of I want to move on from some of the things that we've been going through. I want to get over whether it was the hurt, lies, something along those lines. I know I have to put some time into this connection. I know I have to work at this. But I do feel like it is time for them to look at the blindfold again, take off the mask and be open and truthful with their feelings, be honest with their feelings, stop holding it inside, stop guarding themselves. They've literally got to drop their arms there and open up their heart to this connection. Can we be happy again? Yes. Can we move on from what we have been experiencing? Yes. We need to bring back some peace. Maybe this anger or this, I don't know, it could be just somebody blowing off steam. They hang up the phone, they block you, they shut the door, they walk away. It could be just they have to get it out of their system. They have to cool down. They don't know how to calm down their emotions in other ways. So maybe that's something they have to work on. Maybe it's something that they need to learn to do, something along those lines. Spirit, what do you have for me? Don't forget about me. I don't think you're going to forget about this person, but I guess the further that you get away from them, the more they realize that, new opportunities, new people could be put in front of you. I want to see you so bad. So maybe they'll be reaching out to you. They do want to see you. They still feel crushed. I have a secret. I don't know. Maybe it's secret feelings. I still have feelings for you. Maybe that's what they need to tell you. I've been having regrets. That I believe. I don't think that they expected it to turn into such a blowout. I don't feel that they wanted it to escalate to the point where it escalated to. And I feel like they're a little bit ashamed of some of their behavior, some of the things that they've said. I need to feel in control. So they started to lose control. They wanted to gain back that control with that King of Swords earlier. They wanted to take back their power, we had said. I feel stuck right now. Sometimes they just don't know what to do. I am emotionally unavailable, and they know it. Maybe they know that they've shut you out, they've tuned you out, and they aren't ready to open that faucet just yet, even though they want to see you so bad, but maybe they can't offer you emotionally what you will need. I don't know what to do. So it's a little bit of a state of limbo, just this kind of waiting. They're waiting, you're waiting. Bottom of the deck, Spirit said, I am lost without you. So whether they're showing it or not, they are crushed. And they are putting up a good front, and they've put themselves in this kind of state of limbo of, Until I know what my feelings are, what my intentions are, I don't know what action I'm going to take. Let's keep going. A reconciliation. That feels like a daydream to me. Like they just imagine you getting back together. They just imagine you in their arms. They want to hold you. They want to kiss you. It could be as simple as that, but that feels like that's what they're daydreaming about. A happy outcome. After a storm comes the rainbow. So this feeling of we could be happy again. I want to say I blew it. I want to say your person feels like they really blew it. They really dropped the ball. Angels are protecting this connection. Maybe our angels will guide us. Our angels will bring us back together. And then there's a sense of forgiveness. Can you forgive me? Is there forgiveness in both of our hearts to repair this connection? Spirit, what other feelings do you have? What other feelings do you have for us? What do you want us to know? I've written entire messages to send you, but I always end up deleting them. My fear of intimacy paralyzes me. So they're trying to reach out to you. They're not sending them. I talk to you within my mind all the time. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? Do you answer me? I swear you do. So there's a lot of daydreaming going on about what we can be, what we had, a lot of thoughts of you. So that tells me that this connection is not over, that, you know, your souls are still trying to communicate with each other. I talk to you through lyrics of songs. I hear you in lyrics. I think of you in lyrics of songs. That's usually the case. Please don't give yourself to anyone else. I can feel you, and it tears me apart, even knowing it's a possibility. I could lose you forever. So even though they're not ready to quite come back into this energy yet, they're doing a lot of thinking about it. And at the same time, they don't want you to be with anybody else, which really isn't fair to you, but that's how they feel. And they're struggling a little bit with that. They're struggling a little bit with, I can't come back yet, but I would be devastated if you were with someone else. And that's usually what happens. So let's see. Spirit, what do you want from this connection? Where do you want to take this connection? The Hermit. We've got some waiting. I have a 5 of Cups. There's my disappointment. I feel lonely. I feel disappointed. I have regrets. I feel, they're saying not ready with this Hermit. I have a Hanged Man. They are definitely putting themselves in a limbo state because they have to understand why they keep walking away, or why they get, you know, they blow things out of proportion and then they lose it. I have a 7 of Swords. So the sense of, I know I hurt you. I know I betrayed you. I know I regret it. I regret it. So there's a lot of disappointment, a little bit of a self-pity, a little bit of a pity pot feeling that I did this to myself and I can't blame anybody but myself. So they are at least acknowledging some of their actions in this connection. 6 of Wands, the Chariot, and a 4 of Swords. So after I take this time to be alone, I do feel like I want to come back into your life. I do feel like I want to win you back somehow, you know, start over. I'm still dreaming about you with the star. So I still have hope and faith that you're feeling the same way. But I have this overall feeling of, I feel sorry for myself. I did this to myself. And so whether it's shame, regret, embarrassment, a lot of those feelings are coming to the surface for me right now. It feels as if nothing I ever do is good enough. There's that pity pot. I don't care what other things I think. I just want to be with you. So I'm not going to listen to what anybody else is saying about this connection. I'm not going to get input from friends. I'm not going to listen to somebody's advice that isn't needed. So they're going to make up their mind on their own. Karma, they feel like this is a karmic blast on them, like I did wrong by you and now I'm really feeling the pain, like karma's a bitch and karma has caught up with me. So maybe you've said that you know what, they deserve everything that they did, or they've hurt me, but you don't wish them ill. You just want them to heal, and you want them to be able to control their feelings and be emotionally available and come back if that's what we want. It's like we share the same mind and heart, so they can't get over that even when we're apart, we still have this connection. We still have this beautiful connection of, I'm still thinking about you all the time, and everything always reminds me of you. My ex is jealous. Okay, so that could be they're jealous. Maybe they're jealous of you moving on. I'm in a really dark place. So they're trying to work through. They do feel sorry for themselves. They are putting themselves in isolation, is how I feel. I do feel like they are either putting on a show, keeping that mask, hiding their feelings. All of those things are going on behind the scenes. I don't like to lose. Their ego is at play. Their ego is at play. Maybe that's why they created lies. Maybe they didn't want to face that they were hiding something from you and they got caught, something like that. What have you been up to lately? Yeah, they want to know what's going on in your life. And that's what they miss the most. What is going on with you? Who are you talking to? Are you with someone else? Give me a few more months. Okay, so they need some time. How could I hurt someone so beautiful or so handsome? So how could I have hurt you? There's a lot of self-pity. They know that they did this. They are taking the blame, but they don't have the strength to come forward yet and say, it's all my fault. And I don't know if it's necessarily all their fault, but they don't have the guts to come forward and say, I'm going to accept blame. It took me a while to see you were right. My ego was in the way. So it's taken them a little while to realize their mistakes or their part in this connection, or how their emotions, their anger, blowing up, running away, walking away, affect this connection. I'm going to say, give it a few more months, give it a few more weeks. This person still is thinking about you all the time. They're realizing the error of their ways. And I do feel like this connection is going to at least reconnect, to have some more closure, or to talk things out and see if we can, make it work. So let's put this out into the universe. Those are some messages for your person today. Things can change at any point, but as of right now, those were the messages Spirit had for us. So we'll put it out to the universe. I want to thank Spirit for this reading. We picked Group B, Romance. This reading is for you. Today, we're going to ask Spirit, what is going on in our no contact, low communication relationship? What are their current feelings? Where is this connection headed? Anything Spirit wants to share with us for guidance, and lots of love messages. Let's get some cards. I have Hollow. I have Breakthrough. And I have Silence. So this feeling of, I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall, right? I feel like they've been giving me the cold shoulder or the silent treatment. And then there's this breakthrough. There's this breakthrough of energy that comes in that maybe thaws the snow and maybe opens up our heart again to some romantic feelings. Why were we together to begin with? But this feeling of, you've shut me down, shut me off, or turned a blind eye on me, something along those lines, has been very hurtful. But I do like that breakthrough energy. I do believe that we can break through the silence. So let's see where we're headed. Spirit, what do you want for us? I have a Judgment card. I have an 8 of Swords. I have a 9 of Pentacles. And I have a Devil card. So this feeling of my thoughts, my thoughts were controlling me. My thoughts, whether it's something that is influencing this connection, it could be a habit, it could be a person with that Devil card. I feel trapped in my own mind. I want you to feel more secure. I feel like you were put in my life for a reason, but I do feel trapped. And I think that that's what they were pushing away from. They either got scared, trapped. They may have been tempted by someone else. Maybe that was an escape for them, thinking, I'm not going to have anybody tell me what to do or who to be with. But it was an error. It was a mistake, is how it's coming into me. So part of me feels like I was wrong. I literally went down the wrong path. And the last thing that the thing that happened was, instead of kind of getting a relief from something, whether it was alcohol, drugs, a person, I ended up alone. I ended up on this journey and I ended up alone instead of finding the true passion that I was looking for. So the passion is in their heart, is what Spirit's saying. They have to find it in their heart to know that what they're seeking is right in front of them. What they're seeking has been right in front of them all along, and it could be you. So sometimes people are always looking for something else. They don't understand that being in a loving, caring, healthy relationship is enough. And they start to search for other things. So maybe your person was trying to fill some kind of void. You made me feel alive again. You're my muse. You inspire me. So the passion is there. It's inside of them. And you are the connection to them. You are inspiring them. So they're realizing that now. I adore your innocence and your naivety. So maybe you have just been open and honest and accepting and allowing this person to go through whatever phase that they have to go through, or get something out of their system that they had to get out of their system in order for you to be together. I need help and it was unhealthy. So that Devil card could be something that they have to take care of. It could be, I have to remove something from my life. And in order to get help, maybe you need to support them with that, or you were very supportive of them and they pushed you away. And determined, I'll never stop trying to do better. So they're trying to climb this incredible mountain, whatever this personal mountain is, they are trying to do better. So sometimes people go off on their own journey, even when they're in a relationship, and they have something that they have to take care of, whether it's their health, their mental health, their something, finances. They have something that they have to take care of, and they push the person who should be in their life away. Then hopefully they heal and they come back. Spirit, what is going on in this connection? I have a 6 of Cups. I have a Fool. I have a Judgment. And I have a 3 of Swords. Their heart is broken since they haven't been with you, and they haven't stopped thinking about you. They have a lot of thoughts about you and even starting over, and that we were really meant to be. And I feel like I blew it, my actions. Maybe they are accepting that they had to take care of whatever they had to take care of, but they're sorry that they hurt you in the meantime, is how I feel. They're sorry that they shouldn't have, I guess, put you in the middle of their problems. and gotten you involved, almost like a codependent, like I made you help try to heal me somehow. And it wasn't your job to heal your person until they realized that they had to heal themselves. So they may have pulled away just because their ego was saying, I've got to do this on my own. I've got to just take care of myself first. And then if I can repair the damage or feel better about myself, then I can come back to you. But I can't come back to you under the conditions of, I don't even love myself right now. So I feel like this person is going through a real soul journey and you were trying to help them, is how it's coming into me. I want to see you so bad. So there's a lot of nostalgic feelings. They can't get you out of their mind. They're always thinking of you. You hurt my feelings. So maybe you said, I can't do this anymore. I can't help you. You've got to help yourself. Maybe you decided that when you figure out what it is that you want, or you're going to start taking care of yourself like an adult and behaving like an adult, then I can be in your life. So maybe that upset them. I will be back. I do feel like this connection is a second chance. I do. I think this person is going to go through some healing. I think they're going to come back and say, I've done a lot of work. I'm determined to make my life and yours better. I'm not sure what I am feeling. So they're still working through this healing. I do miss you. No doubt in my mind they miss you. I will agree with that. They're still not ready. That's okay. You don't want them to come back until they are healed, until they feel better about themselves, until they've eliminated something from their life, Spirit just said. So there's something that they have to change about themselves that they really do. And an elimination feels like it's either substance of some kind, or I've got to remove somebody else from my life if it's a third party. You were a great friend. No matter what, you were always there for me. Don't forget about me while they're healing, while they're growing, while they're learning. You may be trying to move on. They are just trying to, it feels like they're just trying to get through something. Like they're just putting all their energy into, what can I do to feel better about myself so that I can come back to you? But you want a healthy person. You want somebody who can take care of themselves, that you don't feel like you're in their life just to fix them. And I guess they didn't want that also. Stand your ground. Maybe they said you hurt my feelings. Maybe you told them the truth. Maybe you were honest and you didn't hold anything back and said, you've got to take care of something. I can't be with you like this. And then we're rebuilding. Look at these rocks, this sense of we can rebuild. I do feel a second chance. I really feel a second chance. We can rebuild. And then I have right now, the door is closed, not at this time. So the door is still closed, but it doesn't mean that that door is not going to open anytime soon. It's just right now, as of this reading, that door is still closed. So they're still trying to fix something in them. I have a commitment. There could be a commitment the second time around. Maybe if they come back, it leads to a more committed relationship. It leads to us sharing our life together, us wanting our life together, pure contentment, that we're happier this time around, that we've eliminated something from our lives so we can be happy. And then there's that sense of distance between us. So right now there's distance. Right now we can feel it. Sometimes souls, literally their hearts, you can feel how far away they are, whether they're, even if they're in the same, town, you just feel your heart pulled to that person. So they could be feeling the distance between the two of you. Spirit, what are their feelings? What are their feelings? I still have no idea what to say to you. So maybe they're working up the courage to let you know what they've been working on, or how they're doing, or what their intentions are moving forward. Take it off and bear it all. This that came into me as not only do they want you physically, but they want to be able to get to the heart of why we are both hurting. And they are taking on a lot of the responsibility. They are taking a lot of the burden of, I'm the one who has to change. I've got some issues, is how I feel. Sometimes I just don't know how to reply or express what's inside of me, but I do read and even write up what I want to send back. I just freeze up and delete it. So it feels like they're trying to communicate with you. They just don't have the courage quite yet. I talk to you within my mind all the time. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? Do you answer me? I swear you do. So this sense of distance, there's something still connecting us. You still feel them. You still know that they're thinking about you. You know that there isn't a day that goes by that they're not wondering what you're doing, who you're with, who you're talking to. Spirit, where is this connection headed? What do you have for this connection? I have a Lover's card. So it's a soulmate connection. Maybe we still feel that. I have a Four of Cups, a little bit of woe is me. And then there's an alcohol bottle in this card. So maybe alcohol has been influencing this connection. And it's been a big coming in between the two of you. And maybe that's what they're working on. I have an Ace of Wands. So there's that kind of spark of passion again. I'm feeling better now. Our souls can reconnect, and we have that spark of passion. And I have a Ten of Swords, but something has to give. Something has to change. So unless this person's ready to get off their pity pot and step to the plate and realize that this is a true soul connection and there is still great passion here, and Spirit saying bottom of the deck, a Four of Wands, there could even be a beautiful foundation. There could even be, they're even saying, look at the keywords, foundation, harmony, a homecoming, and a twin flame connection. So we may be feeling like it is a twin flame connection and the light is still burning between us and we can't blow that flame out because we are meant to be together. And then bottom of the deck again is the Wheel of Fortune. So destiny, luck is on our side, and even a turning point. So right now, I do feel like this connection is moving in the direction of a second chance. We may just not be ready to pull the trigger to get that going, but there's no denying the invisible line between the two of you, the invisible string that's still connecting you, your heart string still connecting you. So there's no denying that. Let's see what some of the feelings are. I'm sorry for lying to you. So there's some apologies happening. I keep my feelings for you a secret because I'm involved with someone else. Maybe there was someone else. Maybe that's what has to be let go. Maybe that's what they had to work through. Maybe somebody interfered in this connection, and that's where kind of everything went wrong. I need more time. I'm in agreement with that. I grew up with bad role models. I'm not sure I know how to give and express the love that you deserve. I don't know if that's an excuse as much as I wish that they had more stable upbringing, that somebody, they just admire what somebody else has, whether it's their siblings' successful marriages or their parents' successful marriages, something like that. But they do need something to look up to. Give me a chance. There is nothing I wouldn't do for you. So I do feel like there's a second chance. I do feel like they're trying to clean up their act. They're trying to repair the damage, get something or someone out of their system, or have removed it and moved on from that and done some healing. We don't want any mind games. I feel like they want to let you know I'm not playing mind games. I just need the space. You might feel like they're playing mind games, but I don't think they're playing mind games. I think they really want to heal. I think they are tired of the merry-go-round. And I think they know that you deserve better and you deserve more. I don't care what others think. I just want to be with you. I'm not going to listen to anybody else. I'm just going to listen to my own inner voice, and I'm only going to trust what Spirit wants for me. Spirit, what other messages do you have? I need space right now. So I do feel like they're taking their time. It's hard if you're waiting. You have to decide whether you want to wait for this person. Are they going to, come back? With you, the world disappears. So they loved the escape when they were with you. Maybe their problems go away when they're with you. And then there's that feeling of, when I'm with you, things are easier, or you helped me fix things, but you're not responsible for fixing anybody else. I'm living in regret. I have regrets. I'm sorry. Best friends, you'll always be my best friend. You'll always be in my heart. Maybe they just miss their friend. They miss talking to you. They miss being with you. I am soul searching right now. Maybe my soul is searching for you. I don't want to lose you. So whatever their behavior has been, they are risking losing you. I don't plan to stay. All right. So if they came back right now, you may risk them running again. So they're not ready. So you may say, you know what, don't come back. Don't even attempt to come back until you know you want to stay, right? Because we don't want a running situation. We don't want a revolving door. I feel sometimes you're too attached. So I need space. I need time. I don't want anybody to push me. So a little bit of selfishness, their ego talking there. I will be more consistent, I promise. They know that they've got to have something to offer you. I need emotional space. So you're giving them the space that they need, which is it's all you can do. And I'm not ready to commit. So there's a lot of feelings here, but they have to find it in their heart, what it is that they truly want. And you have to find it in your heart is, how long are you willing to wait for this person? I hate being apart. It's almost like I hate being apart, but I can't give you what I want to give you. I can't be there emotionally for you. So they're either working through something else. They're not ready yet. It's safer to run than to face you. So this is what we want to avoid. We want to avoid this constant, when we're together and then they panic and then they just can't handle it. So they've got to kind of figure things out on their own and then come back to you and say, I feel better now. I'm in a better place. I've done a lot of growing. I've done a lot of healing, and now I'm ready for a real commitment. I'm not ready for a commitment right now. So if that's the case, you're not ready to bring this energy back into your life because they're not ready for you. So you'll just be doing the same thing over again, giving a lot to them and then not receiving it in return. So that's tough. I know I'll never meet another person like you. So you're very special to them. You're very important to them. And they do miss you very, very much. But they've got to get through something on their own in order to be the person that you need them to be. So we're going to ask Spirit to continue to guide them and heal them and help them through whatever it is that they're trying to work through so that they can come back to you. But I do feel like there is a second chance down the road. So it may be a matter of time, but I do feel like this person eventually is going to come back to you. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you picked Group C, risks, this reading is for you. We want to see what is the risk involved with this no contact. We want to know their current feelings, but we also may be feeling that I'm taking a risk at taking this person back, or trusting them again, or being open to giving them my heart a third or second time, you know? So I just feel like, am I willing to risk it all again? Let's see what the cards are saying. No contact. What are their current feelings, Spirit? What do you have for me right now? I am listening for you now. Let's see what they say. I have spying. They could be watching you. They could be asking about you. They could be asking friends about what you're thinking and feeling, who you're talking to. I have extremities, hot and cold, feeling hot energy, hot passion for you still. And then I have a performance. That's like putting on a show. Maybe they're pretending that everything is okay and they've moved on, but at the same time, they want to know everything that's going on with you. They're saying bottom of the deck, and they are giving me a union card. So I might have a reconciliation after all is said and done. We'll hold on to that. I'm going to put that over here on the side just in case we move in that direction. I want to be reminded of that from Spirit sharing that with me. So let's see, what is this roll of the dice? What do you have for me? No contact. What are they thinking and feeling? We have lots of love messages today. Let's see. I have a Queen of Swords. I have the Hermit. Six of Swords. And I have a High Priestess. So it came into me pretty clearly as I've had a lot of time to think about our relationship. All right. I've tried to move on. You've tried to move on. But my gut feeling is telling me that something is missing. Something is missing in my life. And even sometimes, even when we try to move on, it's really hard to move on. So whatever the time and space that has been in this no contact, it maybe has both allowed the two of you to realize what you had. And that's how it's coming into me. I have a 10 of Wands. I have an Ace of Pentacles. I have the World, and I have an Ace of Cups that came out together. So this feeling of it's just really hard without you. And I have something to offer. I still have feelings for you. And maybe we can try again. Maybe we can start all over again. You know, clean slate, start over, be open to it. But it's very much this feeling of, I've had some time to think about it. I've had enough time to think that I'm not happy without you. I haven't been in a long time. Even if I'm putting on a show, even if I have been pretending, even if I've been with other people, I miss you is how I feel. So this is moving in the direction of some kind of reconciliation. I will say that. Let's see where we're going. I know we can fix what has been broken and heal it. I know. And I think this broken heart is on both sides. I don't feel like it was maybe one hurt the other for a specific reason, but I feel like we're both hurting. I feel like we both had a broken heart. I feel like we both either decided that we needed the space, we needed time, and it's just been very difficult. Sexual let's play. I miss my partner. I miss my lover. I miss being with you. I still don't want to be with anybody else. Maybe being with someone else isn't the same. So maybe they just physically miss you. They want to hold you. They want to make love to you. I'm afraid of opening up my heart again. I'm afraid of that broken heart. I'm afraid if I open and let you back in, I'm going to be hurt again. So there's some fear, even with just coming back together. A committed connection. Until death do us part isn't enough. So we have this union and this committed connection. If we're committed, we have to be committed with our heart, mind, body, and soul. And we have to be loyal and faithful and truthful with each other. So there's more going on here than just talks of a commitment. There's the sense of, I have to be better. I have to try harder. I have to be more in tune to you. Something like that. Spirit, what do you want from this connection? A 9 of Swords. There's the fear of opening up my heart again. 4 Pentacles. I have a Hierophant. And I have a Knight of Cups. So I have been guarding myself. I'm going to protect myself. It's going to take some time to rebuild trust in this relationship. But if this relationship moves forward, if this relationship gets over the fear and lets down their guard again, I do feel like we're moving in the direction of another very romantic connection and even a commitment with that Hierophant. Okay. So, but we've got to both be willing to let down our guard. We have to both be willing to open up our hearts, let this back in, trust, Spirit just said, and try again and be honest with each other this time and be truthful with each other. Spirit, what are some feelings? Let's get some feelings. I don't trust you. So that's the first thing that we're going to have to work on. We've got some trust issues in this connection that are really coming between us. Love doesn't feel like enough. We have to communicate. We can't just say, I love you. We have to work at it. We have to spend time together. We've got to have our actions show us that you're there for me. You have to put me first. I have to put you first. Spirit's saying not now. Maybe this person needs a little bit more time before they step forward. Why did you leave? So there's a hurt there with one person leaving, and it's hard to overcome. We both have a broken heart, and we need to understand, we didn't have closure, or we didn't have an understanding as why you left in the first place, or what happened, and what's to prevent it from happening again is the big question. So that's something that we have to overcome. I never should have let you go. I never should have let you go. So there's some regrets. I've been depressed. I have a broken heart. I have been wondering. I don't know what to do. I feel there's too much competition. I'm wondering, are you with anybody else? Are you talking to anybody else? Are you falling for somebody else? Would you take me back? I feel you're unpredictable. So they want to know for sure if they came back that you would want them back. I am very scared that you're moving on. So they're trying to control this. I'm playing games on purpose. They may be pretending that everything is fine with them, that they've moved on, that, that they're living this, life that they thought that they wanted to live. But deep down inside, I don't think that that's what they really want. I think that's all for show. I think they're doing that to make you jealous, or they're doing that to show you that, I don't know what they're doing, but they are just trying to prove a point of some kind. So it's kind of foolish. Angels are protecting this connection. So your angels are trying to keep this connection together, trying to bring it back together, especially if it's a soul connection. Your angels will work at trying to overcome some of these obstacles. I have standing your ground. Now that came into me a little bit of being stubborn. In order for this relationship to heal and repair, we have to both give in. We have to both surrender. We have to both kind of have this give and take. It's not one-sided. So we have to both see what our faults were in the connection, what we could be doing differently, what we could be doing better. I do have a commitment, thoughts of a commitment at least, thinking about a commitment, thinking that we could have a future together still. So that's still out there in the universe. And then I have communication, being available for each other, talking to each other, being open. And they're saying bottom of the deck is, I really do miss you. So at the end of the day, that's what's going on. I miss you. And that is probably the most honest thing that your person has said to you in a long time, is that I miss you. You know, at least they're admitting their feelings is how I feel. Spirit, what do they have for us? I'm constantly battling myself about this relationship. So this back and forth with what should I do? What shouldn't I do? You're consuming their mind, Spirit just said. I've pleasured myself thinking about you, the intimate times we shared. You have no idea how beautiful you are. So physically, they're still thinking about you. I promise I'm coming home. Don't give up on me. They want to come back. They see you as their home still. They feel at home with you, something like that. And I'm working my ass off to become the man of your dreams. So maybe they're working on some other areas of their life. They're just focusing on their work. They're focusing on doing some healing. They're focusing on being a better person. Maybe they're focusing on things that they know have interfered with this connection. But let's see where else we have. Spirit, is this connection going to reconcile? Is this connection moving in the direction of we're going to reconcile someday? I have an 8 of Swords. I have a Knight of Cups. I have a Page of Swords. And I have a 7 of Wands. So a little bit of in their mind, they are holding back. All right. Their mind is kind of holding back. But their heart is saying a different thing. Their heart is saying, I don't want to give up on this connection. I don't want to give up on this love. And I still have tremendous feelings for you. So a little bit of there's that back and forth where I can't get you out of my mind. One day I'm on, one day I'm off. I'm trying to figure this out. But they're doing it to themselves. If they just would let go of their heart and they would just open themselves up to, let's just talk. Let's see what these feelings are. Obviously, I still have feelings for you because I can't get you out of my mind. And the thing that I have to do is talk to you. The 2 of Wands. I have to make a decision about my future. And I have to make a decision is this something that is going to be for both of us? So they're thinking big term. They're thinking, if I came back, where are we headed? You know, long term, where are we headed? So it could be a new beginning again with that Fool and starting a new adventure, starting all over, you know, second chance, something like that. But with more intentions about where we're headed, big picture, and an 8 of Pentacles, and also more intention with the willingness to work harder at this connection, the willingness. Okay. But that is where they're thinking. They're thinking big picture. They're thinking, if I were to, you know, rebuild this connection, you know, do I see a long-term commitment? And I guess that's maybe why Spirit had shared with us the union cards, because if they come back, it's almost as if they're coming back because they have every intention to move into a long-term commitment. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't want them back unless they really want to have a future with you. It feels as if nothing I ever do is good enough. So I guess they've got to man up or step to the plate, whether it's a female or a man. I'm just saying they have to man up to just this sense of taking control of their life. And if their heart is telling them they want to be with you, then they have to kind of own that. I can feel you pulling away from me. So that could be enough for them to react. That if they emotionally feel like you are getting further and further away from them because you're tired of waiting for them, it may be a chain reaction for them. It may be enough for them to say, well, if I don't act now, I'm going to lose this person. I'm sorry for lying to you. So maybe we have some apologies coming. Somehow I will make the impossible possible. You mean everything to me. Somehow I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure us out. Something like that. I'm not sure how you really feel about me. I feel you pulling away. So, and you may be, because how long are you going to wait for somebody? You may be, you can't wait for somebody indefinitely. So you may be pulling away. I wish things were different. And they can be different. Right now we're at a standstill. We're in limbo. And one of us has to make a move. One of us has to take action to move towards the other. And then things can start to change. There's no one else that knows me the way that you do. So they're realizing what they have with you. And that's important. They are starting to realize that they really have something very special with you. Spirit, what else do you want this connection to know? I will be more consistent, I promise. So they know that they have work to do in this relationship. I wonder sometimes if you're with me for the right reasons. They want to make sure that you want them as much as they want you. That, you are in it for the long run also, because that Two of Wands really felt like if we come back together, it's because we really can't live without each other. And we really, truly do see a future together. Does money matter to you? They don't want to feel like somebody's taking advantage of them for that reason. They want to make sure you love them for other reasons other than, I don't know, they're very generous to you, something like that. But I'm sure that you want to be with this person for a lot of other reasons. I watch your social media. Again, this little bit of a game playing, putting on a show with everything's fine in my life. I've moved on. I didn't think I would get caught. So maybe there's some apologies. That's not a good enough excuse that they didn't think they would get caught. I know I'll never meet another person like you. You were good to me. We were good together, Spirit just said. So a little bit of I blew it and I miss you and I regret my actions. So career is in the way right now. So making money, maybe that has been a problem in this connection. This person is obsessed with money or obsessing over how much money they make or don't make or their debt, or maybe that has been something that has interfered in this connection. There's a lot of talk about money in just these last cards. I'm scared to contact you, so they're not quite ready to either confess or own up to their feelings or start the conversation about what happened. My main focus right now is my empire. Yeah, I'm convinced that money has interfered in this connection, and maybe they are a workaholic or they obsess over money. They don't want anybody to have their money or take their money or want them for their money. So maybe that has been an ongoing problem. Stalking your social media. They want to know what you're doing, who you're with. I always get, people that say, well, I don't want anybody to stalk me. That's not a healthy relationship. Of course, they're not stalking you, like, looking in your bedroom windows, but they're curious. They might be asking friends about you. They may be wondering, scrolling by. Maybe you're still friends on social media and you pop up on their news feed. I have 11:11 in the clock when I'm recording this. You pop up in their news feed and then it looks like you're just moving on with your life and they're wondering, what happened? Are you still thinking about me? I run out of fear of facing my shadows. So they've got some things to work through. They have to realize they have to accept what they want. I sold you a dream that I can't give you right now. Maybe they made you a lot of promises. Maybe they promised you a future and you held them to it and said when, and then they couldn't answer that. So maybe that's something that was holding us back too. Like you made a lot of empty promises. I have been badly hurt in the past. So maybe their old wounds surfaced. They took it out on you. That could have happened. And I wonder if you still care. So there could be some distance. Maybe you haven't been with this person for a while. Maybe you both decided that you just needed some time. You still care about each other. I will always love you. But unless you're ready to come back to me and offer me something like a real commitment, then I don't know where this connection's going to go. Maybe you just both wanted different things in the past, and one of you needed to decide, that we have to both want the same thing, is how I feel. But I wouldn't be surprised if this person reaches out to you. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a phone call or out of the blue they reach out just to see how you're doing, just to know that you're okay and that they still care about you and that they really truly do miss you. So let's put this out into the universe and ask Spirit to continue to heal you both. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for my followers and your love and support of my channel. And if anyone would like to book a private reading with me, I'll put my website below, CathyMamolinsPsychicMedium.com.